Student, today we are going to see 11th standard economics chapter 5 market and market structure and pricing. Today we are going to see monopoly. What is the meaning of monopoly? The word monopoly is the means mono refers to a single and poly means seller, single seller. Monopoly means single seller. In the monopoly refers to the market situation. There is only one seller of a commodity. There is only one seller of the commodity. There is no competition. There is no competition. He will always be potential to the monopolistics. Monopoly is the single seller. Mono means single. Poly means seller. Monopoly means single seller. There is no seller competitive. What definitions of the monopoly? Monopoly is a market structure characterized by a single seller selling the unique product with a restriction for a new firm to enter the market. Monopoly is a market structure characterized by a single seller selling the unique product with a restriction for a new firm to enter the market. Monopoly is a form of market where there is a single seller selling a particular commodity for which there are no close substitutes. The monopoly is a single seller. There is no competitive for the seller, and then he is selling the particular commodity. There is no close substitutes. What are the features of monopoly? Now we are going to see. First we see the meaning of monopoly. Second we see the definition. Now we see the features of monopoly. There is a single producer, seller of a product. He is a single producer. A product of a monopoly is unique and has no close substitute. There is a strict barrier for entry of a new firm. Monopolist is a price maker. The monopolist earns maximum profit, abnormal profit and maximum profit. What are the features? Single producer, seller of the product. The product of the monopolist is unique. There is no substitute. What is the meaning of substitute? We are substituting one commodity for another commodity. Here there is no substitute. Strict barrier for entry of a new firm. Monopolist is a price maker. Earns the maximum profit or abnormal profit. Source of monopoly, power. Natural monopoly. Ownership of the natural raw materials. Example, gold mine, Africa, coal mines, Canada. Ownership of the natural raw materials. Natural monopoly means natural raw materials ownership. State monopoly, single supplier of the some special services. Railways in India. Legal monopoly. A monopoly firm can get its monopoly power by getting a patent rights trademark from the government. Sources of monopoly, what are the power? Natural monopoly, state monopoly, and then legal monopoly. Nature monopoly is the owner of the natural raw material. State monopoly means single supplier of the some special service. Legal monopoly, a monopoly firm gets its monopoly power. Next we see price and output determined under monopoly. A monopoly is a one firm industry. Monopoly is a one firm industry. Therefore, a firm under monopoly faces a downward sloping demand curve. Demand curve is sloping downward. That is the average revenue curve. Since under monopoly, average revenue curve falls, more units of output are sold. MR is the marginal revenue. It's below the average revenue curve. Marginal revenue is greater than average revenue. Here we see the picture. Y-axis represents quantity, O-axis represents the price value. MC is the marginal cost, AC is the average cost, and then demand curve is called a average revenue. Another curve, the sloping downward, then it's a marginal revenue. The monopolist will continue to sell his product as long as his marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost. He obtained a equilibrium at the level of output when MC is equal to MR. The period marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, only the seller get the profit. Beyond this point, the producer experience loss and he will stop selling. When marginal cost is greater than marginal revenue, then only the producer get the profit. Here the marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. The producer will experience only for a loss. From this diagram, till he sells 3 units output, he sell the 3 unit of output, marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. MR is equal to MC. The monopoly firm will be in a equilibrium at the level of marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. When will the monopoly get the level of profit? Marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. The checkup how much profit the monopoly is making at the equilibrium output. The average revenue curves and the average cost curves are used. When we are using the average revenue curve and average cost curves, the average cost is therefore there is the profit per unit. Here we see the total profit, average revenue minus average cost, multiply total output. We get the 30.99 as the profit, total profit of this price output determined under monopoly. The remaining part of price discrimination under monopoly we can see tomorrow. Thank you, student.